a mind full of a little power. Deal with it like that. There you go. I can't let no one take my confidence in me away. No, I can't let no one take my confidence in me away. When they talk you down, tell you what you can't be. When they talk you down, tell you what you can't have. They just mad, 'cause they can't have it. It's one thing to be fast, one thing to be strong. It's another whole thing to last long. Yeah, it's another whole thing to keep going.
That teacher's always wig braids, wig paid, wig made. That's why I got these wig waves.
Wabbit.
Shit, let's lift the motherfucking thing.
Why the fuck is there a rabbit check there? Why the fuck is there a rabbit? Right.
En la ciencia.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits.
Ears to the street. Ears. Gotta keep it lit for the
Wabbits.
You know the lingo though. Welcome to the show though. Roll goes in on the
Wabbit.
Keeping it real is a habit. We don't say rabbit, it's passing out L's. Ears give them hell. You know my dog.
Why the fuck is there a rabbit check there?
Wait a minute, chat on Big 5. Liddy, I be in the cut in the comments, chillin', looking at the pretty women in here, rockin' with us. Bitch ass niggas in their goddamn feelings. Why you gotta come in here acting all feminine? Tryna make an enemy to enemy, but y'all really acting sweeter than sugar with cinnamon. Hold up, let Crucial can't cook. It's rabbit season, not for Easter. Good on feasting, hit 'em with a little bit of extra season. Then you about to be some good old eating. Now I seen a million reasons why some of y'all niggas be the better the jokes. Man, I'm so fire, I don't run from the smoke. We about to turn up, so pull up and roll up. Hold up, hit the like button, kick back and enjoy the show. Ears to the street. Ears. Gotta keep it lit for the You know the lingo though. Welcome to the show though. Roll goes in on the keeping it real is a habit. We don't say rabbit, it's passing out L's. Ears give them hell. You know my dog.
Is there a rabbit check there? Why the fuck is there a rabbit?
Look, sis. Everything the light touches is our kingdom. A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, sis, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
And this will all be mine.
Everything.
Everything the light touches.
And Wabbit God said, let there be wabbits.
Hey man, say man, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit that like button, tell a friend, share the content, hit the notification bell so you can get all my videos.
Swear be the truth and what they say.
She go for anything, yo, the bitch go for. Who got the work, scale it up, what it go for? Bitch, where you at? Bring that mouth here. I'm in the streets with a check, bitch, I'm out here. I got dope, I got crack, what you tryna do? My partner got the pills, pharmaceuticals. I dropped the sunroof, I'm just tryna let the car air. I'm smoking all gas, you just smoking all air. Yo, bitch on me bad, feel like I'm a ball player. All this trap money, feel like I'm a ball player. I spread them niggas like the phone, cause they out there. You don't fuck with Freddy, fuck them all well. You square, plus you salty, you a crackin' nigga. Hope I with no safety, better back up, nigga. Draco, you in your backup, nigga. My shit was cold-blooded like a reptile, yes sir. Dropping off the top roll like a wrestler, yes sir. All up in your hoe, said I'm the GOAT. Ride around with the dope, I'm a chauffeur. All these sticks in here, what I'ma lock the doors for. She go for anything, yo, the bitch go for. Who got the work, scale it up, what it go for? Scare me up, I'm a whole 1,008 grams. Moonwalking with the dope, make it Space Jam. You know time, make money, I can't waste damn. Don't play around about that money, lay him face down. You already know what the fuck. motherfucking move. I ain't playing around about that. Chill up. I need to hear motherfucking thing. Come out no socks too, nigga.
Swear be the truth, that's what they say. A lot of people say it too.
Working across teams is tough, but Asana helps you handle it. That's because
Kevin, this is nice.
Jumped up and got dead fresh. Slept like I was on bed rest. Last night I had the best sex, and the bitch gave me turkey neck. I think the bitch took a Percocet, cause I can't believe the way she work her neck. Now the dumb bitch said I'm the first to hit. I put a load in her mouth, she the first to spit. Jumped in the whip, then I'm back to business. Been a couple corners just to find the bitch. I do my dirt dolo, I don't ride with witness. Cause these niggas homo, they be lying and snitching. I be tired of these niggas, never let them ride with me, nigga. I don't need a pussy nigga sitting on the side of me, nigga. I need a thick bitch, that's what it gotta be, nigga. Have a nigga feeling like you want the fucking lottery, nigga. I don't want a pussy nigga calling me, nigga. I just want a bitch that wanna swallow me, nigga. But I don't want a bitch that's gonna be stalking a nigga. I don't want a bitch that fuck a lot of you, nigga. Cause a lot of you niggas steady be burning these bitches. And I don't have a lot of time to be learning these bitches. They taking turn with these bitches, yeah, I be curving these bitches. I just want a little head, send the word to these bitches.
Hey, we want a little head, send the word to these bitches. Boss, that Krucial K be the Y'all niggas 3 funny. Light in the ass, lighter than K money. Krucial K gon' keep eating these instrumentals like I smoke that gas, I got the munchies. Off top, ayy, please don't be egging. Bitch, I'm chillin', I'm coolin' on the ad. Please don't blow it unless you blowin' like beep, beep, beep on the dick like a horn. Ayy, shawty like skin and a pussy look orange. Shawty is a freak like them bitches in them prawns. Even though she look good and a booty big, shawty pussy deep, you can fit 6 arms. Boy, you better ring the alarm. Co-ed, we done ran through it like a dorm. So many niggas done been up in this bitch, man, it look like children of the corn. Some of this shit she do not know. Ayy, spread them legs like great poop pun. Her booty still big like 2 big puns. I run up in it, pussy like run for his run. Hey, polo on my feet, bitch, grapefruit punch. Got a plug on the kicks, these will come out in a month. I pull me a chick, nigga dressed like a monk. She see these pockets on thick like lumps. She know I get money like the first of the month. Hey, tell your nigga chill, you'll be back in a month. Cause you're not the type that a nigga really want. All I want you to do is lick the D like a blunt. Y'all pussy niggas can't walk in my shoes. Couldn't get my chick, couldn't get my man, couldn't get my freak, couldn't get my boo. Cause I hit it like an animal, bitch, I'm from the zoo. Cause down there like a sneeze, I'm blessed, I got you. I'm kicking niggas' asses dressed like Ryu. Bust your head open, see the Pyru red. Lost his head, lost his dreads, put on the bed. Lost his back, lost his front, lost his arms, lost his leg. You heard what I said, ain't no play, cause we ain't playing. Georgia boys, Georgia men. 100 nigga, you ain't even on the scale of fucking 1 to 10. As a matter of fact, I'm cool like this, I'm cool like that. Bitch, I'm lit, bitch, I'm 5. Accurate, nigga, your pocket sitting on patches. Woo, take your breath, asthmatic, jump, crisscross, knocking your pants backwards. Oh, you don't dance, pow, pow, hit big dabbing. Get on these tracks, lean with it, I'm big snapping. Don't forget I'm international, I'm big mapping. Cat flew in the air like he graduated. Boom, boom, beat the beat up, call that masturbating. The bitch ass nigga done dilated, he violated, decapitate him. Swag City BTBG.
Damn, K, man, you could've saved me something. Shit, nigga. Damn.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Ears to the streets back in y'all.
Nah, I got this. I can't tell you how to do it, but I can show you.
Good.
I can show you how to do it.
What's really good? What's really good?
The dopest, the coldest. I know that you notice. Detached from discretion, count up with a passion. Cashing and dashing, stacking and stashing. Pretty much do what I want without asking. Disable my feelings, I'm searching for healing. Pray to the ceiling, just send me a sign. Cover me, save me from wasting my time. They waiting on me, got them waiting in line. I know what I'm doing, just sit back and watch. They hate me so much, really love me a lot. No working it out, it ain't nothing to speak on. Negative thoughts and bad energy, be gone. Flash on the bitch, step on the peon. Prime time, coaching these niggas like Dion. Knew they do it again like a rerun. My vision prophetic, all states get beheaded. I did what I had to do, I don't regret it. They want the recipe, they can get next to me. Done with the past, I want what's ahead of me. Grinding excessively, stepping my legacy. Grinding excessively, stepping my legacy. Deliver these verses, I'm living my purpose. Master my talents, I feel like it's worth it. The dopest, the coldest, I know that you notice. Master my talents, I feel like it's worth it. The dopest, the coldest, I know that you notice.
All right. Shout out to the chat, man. What we got? Look like we got 7 in the area, man. It look like all 7 of y'all hit the like button. I appreciate y'all pulling up. We'll see what happens when we take off, man. It started off like this the other day, man, and by the time the end of the live, it was 5,000 views. So let's see what we got here, man. We tapping into another, just a random reaction, man. Today I've been noticed this, but I kind of want to see more of what might have been in the bill and all that stuff like that. But I noticed about last week, Trump signed the executive order to reclassify marijuana from a class 3 drug to a class 1 drug. Now, most of us don't know what the fuck that mean because, you know, I kind of had an idea of what it meant, but like to an extent, I never really tried to get into what a class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drug, whatever the fuck classes they got of drugs. I never really paid attention to try to, you know, figure out exactly what class marijuana was. All I knew was marijuana was illegal. So I want to get an understanding about what this reclassification shit gonna do, and see what it's all about. So let's see. Trump's reclassification. So hold on, let me pull this Jane up real quick. Yeah, we can check this shit out all at the same time. What's good, Cool League? Yeah, let's see what this whole reclassification thing gonna be about. Now, I heard some good stuff about it. I heard some crazy stuff about it. At the end of the day, I know it got to do something with money. Trump ain't doing shit. He ain't moving shit until the motherfucking money move. Hey, man, that's just Trump, you know what I'm saying? So it just depends on if it's a good thing for you. Are you going to be on the right side or the left side of the money move? So let me find a good video of the rescheduling of it. DOT compliance guide, marijuana rescheduling. Okay, let's see here. All right, let's pull this up. Make sure y'all can see this good. All right, so I went on the DOT shit, so I make sure we get proper information. Can y'all see that pretty good, or is the I don't know if y'all can see that pretty good. I don't know. It kind of look like it might be blurry when y'all see it. You want me to turn my mic up? Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. My shit all the way in the yellow, bro. I ain't turning this shit up no more because it's going to start peaking. One thing I hate listening back to my lives and then hear my shit distorted. So try going out, coming back in. I'm going to talk close to the mic so y'all can hear me. But check this out. So on December 18, 2025, President Trump signed an executive order directing marijuana rescheduling to Schedule 3 of the Controlled Substance Act. Unfortunately, this change has created significant confusion about what it means for employers in transportation and other safety-sensitive industries. If you are a DOT-regulated employer, here's what you need to know. Okay, so this is for the DOT. So this is not, I'm pretty sure that's going to affect them. Okay, so I got a couple of videos that I'm going to go through, but I wanted to kind of see what it was going to say before I went over the videos of the people that are actually in the cannabis industry. And
have you ever seen people flipping out?
So those are going to be the people that are definitely going to tell you what it really does mean. Well, let's see what Fox News got to say. You know they gonna lie. Let's hit a lie first. Yeah, let's hit a lie first. They might tell the truth. Sometimes they tell the truth. So let's hear what they got to say about it, how they look at it.
A Fox Business exclusive, Green Thumb Industries founder and CEO Ben Kovler. He's here to weigh in on this potential reclassification. Ben, I know you guys all talk. There's a lot of chatter. What are you hearing?
Well, it looks like this may happen.
You know what,
which
Ben?
would finally
Hold
be,
on
as you
right
said.
now. Hold on. President Trump is in the Oval Office taking questions about this. Can we pop that up, please?
The reports that you rebuked the Israeli Prime Minister.
Please.
Are the reports that you rebuked the Israeli Prime Minister for the hit on the Hamas general true? And is Israel undermining your efforts to be a peacemaker?
No, Israel and I have gotten along very well. My relationship with Bibi Netanyahu has been obviously a very good one. Look,
Okay, just as we took it, he stopped talking about it, but he did say they were reconsidering the class. They were considering the reclassification of it, Ben. So let me just get to it. You're the chairman and interim CEO of a company called Rhythm as well. Both that and Green Thumb are publicly traded. Rhythm is the intellectual property holder of a bunch of cannabis brands. What would this mean?
So that automatically gonna tell you something right there. You always got to read between the lines. Only time these moves get made is when people got some money, when they got their hand in the pockets of it. Yeah. Cause if you see Trump sign the executive order, somebody that came and put some money in his pocket.
To you and to any potential shareholders who are waiting to participate in this sector.
Yeah, thanks, Liz. Thanks for having me.
Hey, is that mic sounding better? I mean, I've been talking up a little bit, making sure the mic stay close to my mouth, making sure everybody can hear. Is the mic sounding better?
I think what this really does is give a lot of clarity. Investors don't like uncertainty, and by moving cannabis to Schedule III, it allows real medical research into the positive attributes of this product. It does not legalize the product, but it allows for different structures of the business and allows for research. And we think that's a very positive thing as we look across the country.
Well, you talk about, a class 1 and then a class.
I mean, I'm about to research right now. So, I mean, but let's just look at what it does for the market. Green Thumb Industries, True Leaf. I shop with True Leaf my damn self. They're trying to get that market looking right, trying to get some money flowing.
3. The class 1s there's no medical benefit to heroin. There's no medical benefit to the opioids that, are killing people. So.
See, yeah, that was the trick right there, y'all. They had weed in the classification of a level 3 substance right along with heroin and all of these other drugs that hell nah, bro. Y'all trying to say yes, weed can be addictive, but people can kick weed. You can get off of weed. If something very important to you, you fuck around and you got probation or something like that, you can get off of weed. Heroin, you ain't just kicking that shit without negative side effects, without throwing up and, cold sweats and all that shit like that. You stop smoking weed, you might get grumpy or something. Or if you got bad anxiety or something like that. But for the most part, you'll be all right. I done had times when I ain't had no weed. They like to say it's a gateway drug, but I think it's a come together drug. People who smoke weed, the phrase, a friend with weed is a friend indeed. People who smoke weed, they have more friends. I'm just saying.
We get it. It's really kind of improper to keep marijuana in there because there are medical benefits. But where do you see the real potential for opportunity to improve the bottom line of your company?
Well, yeah, what you said is it's common sense for there to be the medical properties of marijuana as a Schedule III, which is actually where most opioids are. And we know that 75,000 Americans die every year from opioid overdose. So
And ain't that motherfucker died off of no weed. Nah motherfucker died off of no weed.
It's high time for this to be Schedule III. What it means for investors, what it means for the business, is a tax structure change. It allows us to continue to invest. The industry has over
There you go, right there. It's about the money. It's definitely about the money. They don't realize, man, they seeing how Colorado booming, California booming. All the states that are in the green right now is because they in the green. All the states that are doing good right now, they're in the green. But you still got these dumbass states trying to go by these old laws, trying to act like God, well, they know what weed will start doing. Weed to start making, if they legalize it all across the board, man, stop.
400,000 employees that are currently now having trouble with banking, having trouble getting mortgages. The industry creates over $3 billion of state tax revenue, and that's real money for the state taxes. And by moving this to Schedule I should open up access for that and should continue to grow the industry.
And that's exactly what they want, because right now, all the weed dispensers and shit, if you live in a legal state, you know this. Most of them, they only are dealing cash. Or if they do deal in like, they use your card, you got to pay like an extra $6 for this, extra $6. Like you going to pay an extra $13, $14 for your weed if you use your card. So you always want to get cash when you buy your shit, but they can't really go through regular banks and shit. But they making money hand over fist. And right now, I think they just about to make more money here. So yeah, they put a lot of money in the administrative pockets. They go ahead and get this move, you know what I'm saying, shaking.
Marijuana is legal in about 13 states, if I'm correct there. It's legalized completely when it comes to that medical aspect of it, but federal law still prohibits.
What's good, Tay Wood, man? We finding out about this weed classification, you know, saying what the important parts of it or whatever. This might be the boringest part of it, but we definitely want to see it from the aspect of the business aspect, because they're going to tell you what it is they see in it. We know they don't want to, you know, legalize it, but when the money, they see all that money, California, Colorado, Missouri, and Illinois, and Ohio, and definitely Michigan. Oh, man. Michigan making a killing. And they just decide to tax the shit out of Michigan. But with this law that they passed, it seemed like a lot of states are wanting to say, well, no, go back to banning it. There's a trick in here somewhere, and we're going to find out.
Marijuana use. Is there any downside that you see when people come to you and say, well, it's a gateway drug? Is it? What's your answer to that?
I'm going to give my opinion before he gives his opinion. And matter of fact, let me put up a poll, because that is a great question. Back in the days, I used to say, nah, because of course you want to smoke your weed. But is it a gateway drug? Because there's been what's good, Reggie Red? There's been a lot of homeboys that I remember, you know what I'm saying, starting to smoke weed with and shit. And them niggas did try to find other ways to get high all of a sudden. Like, the weed wasn't enough. They just kept going. And other people, you know, we all experience with other shit. Some people have tried a mushroom. You might have tried X pill or something like that because of the fact that, hey, you like, hey, I done got high. You know, maybe it's something, it could be a gateway drug. You just probably don't like the other drugs. You never wanted to pop pill. I've never been a pill popper. I never wanted to pop pills. But when I was like 16 or 15, 16, when I was up in Charlotte, North Carolina, you know, running around with the motherfuckers I used to run around with, and we used to keep a lot of females around us and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I was willing to, I would try ecstasy and shit with them broad shit, hell. But I never been like, I ain't want to try all this new shit. Nah, I ain't never been interested in it. I ain't never been interested in no coke, no none of that shit. What's good, Iceberg? Say shrooms is different. See, that's what I'm talking about. People gonna, weed is kind of a gateway drug because if you don't try weed, you really ain't gonna try shit else. I don't really see too many people like, first thing I tried was crack. Hell nah. The first thing you gonna ever try is some weed. First thing you gonna ever, man, let me put this question in the audience real quick. Do you think weed is a gateway drug? Now, I know I'm stalling on my answer, but only why I'm stalling because I'm thinking in my history. I'm thinking of the history of, you know, the people I know. I'm going over, have I seen more people gateway weed? And I got to be honest, y'all, I kind of think it is. I kind of think it is. Now, I'm not saying that you will stay hooked on another drug. Yeah, I'm going to add never tried, don't know. Undecided. I put undecided. I put undecided as a third answer just in case, you know. I give y'all a skate rap. But yeah, I when I think back on, you know, certain friends and all that stuff, I think back on my life, I'm like, damn, weed might be a gateway drug. Damn, why is this poll? Is the poll up? Why they ain't showing the poll? My bad, y'all. I'm trying to set the poll. I don't know why my poll ain't going up like it's supposed to. But y'all can put it in the chat. I don't know why my poll ain't going up like it's supposed to. I try to reset it. My laptop is acting funny over here. I don't know what the hell going on. Don't want to bring up my mouse. I don't know what's going on with it. But I kind of think that, you know, I'm leaning on it might be. I'm leaning on it might be a gateway drug. I know I mean, I love my weed. I don't do any other drugs. I don't like to drink. Like, I still got my bottle I showed y'all a couple of weeks ago. So I definitely am more of a THC guy than I am any other drug. But y'all don't even like taking aspirin. I don't like taking no drug.
Yeah, my answer is to pause for a moment to listen to them and then say.
I was scared. The drugs that they prescribed me when I got in the car accident, I was scared of them motherfuckers. I ain't take nan one of them. People like, man, let me get your prescription. I'm scared to take any pills, bro. So I would say no, only because weed has never made me want to try anything else. But I think that is more about self-control than anything. Right, Bird? I think it's the same thing, you know. Like I said, when I was younger, I tried ecstasy because, you know, the females, they was getting so freaky. You know, you can be tricked. And that's why that's why I be having patience for people who tried, you know, like the old school people who've been on dope. I'm like, they didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? They just thought they was doing another party drug, and that's kind of an example of it being a gateway drug. They probably thought crack was like going to be kind of like a little bit weed times 4 or something like that, and didn't know like they was going to be addicted like that, stealing TVs and shit. So I believe if a person don't try weed, they probably won't try anything else. Not saying if you smoke weed that you're going to try something else. But it's kind of the gateway drug. If you try it, you might be willing to try another way of, because you might not have a full understanding of the other ways. You get what I'm saying? Just my opinion. We all got our opinions. What Tay was, he said, weed gateway me to X and Molly. I didn't say stay on Molly long, but them X pills and weed, that was my party drug. Same thing. Because the X, Molly, when Molly first came out, it was just the pure form of ecstasy. But then it changed to some other shit now. I ain't never tried that new shit that they got going on when they changed it to fentanyl and all that. But when the X back in when I don't know about the X in the last 10, 15 years. I ain't fucked with that shit in a while. But I started around like 2000, maybe 2000. Yeah, somewhere around there. 99, 2000. I was young. I started popping X for all of my friends because I was in the streets like that. Like when I was in North Carolina anyway. In Brunswick, nobody even knew about ecstasy. But when I was in Charlotte, I was with adults. You know what I'm saying? I'm in clubs and shit. I'm only 15. I'm in adult clubs and shit. I'm in strip clubs. I'm around. Excuse me, y'all. I'm around all adult influence. So, you know, I got influenced to, you know, party. You say I don't like being on control of my mind and my body. Drugs ain't for me. Yeah, drugs ain't for me either. Weed ain't a drug. Say I don't know if it's a good thing for the trucking industry. Nah, I don't think it's a good thing for any industry where you got to drive. I don't think it's good for any industry because, bruh, don't get me wrong. Sometimes when I'm riding and I know I got a nice little smooth path, I don't mind having a little THC to go do my thing, right? But, bruh, I don't want to be high in traffic, but I'm talking about when you hit that blunt, you be paranoid as a motherfucker. I done got used to the gummies. See, when I just came last time, I had when I went to Ohio that last time and I was able to go to Michigan, I was able to really get me some gummies and really get the whole of them. So I had a whole bunch of gummies and I got used to them. So I kind of like the gummies now. But it just matter what kind of gummies you get, and you got to start off in dosage. Because those gummies, them bitches will creep up on you. But my auntie, she loved them gummies. I gave her some of them gummies and she ain't never felt better. But yeah, this classification is kind of, it's more about the money than it is about the principles, I believe. But I believe that the marijuana industry done put so much money behind their campaign, and you know Trump gonna move if you talking about that bread. He gonna move if you talking about that bread. But at the end of the day, and I got a video that I'm about to show y'all, they understand from a higher standpoint what marijuana does to you as far as your consciousness. The right amount, not the over abuse it. Now, if you over abuse it like I do, it might not do what it's supposed to do. But to people that, you know, if you just take a little every now and then just to, you know, relax you, you know, allow you to break the stress of a lot of stuff that's going on in life, it does have healing properties. You know, it has my healing properties, but it's sometimes I do cut back. But I don't smoke marijuana as much as most people. I kind of smoke when I get ready to want to open up my creativity, or if I want to be talkative. That's why I smoke a lot when I'm doing a live, because it makes me chatter.
We don't think it's a gateway drug.
And before I work, because it gets me, I don't know, it has me in the focus. It makes me enjoy what I'm doing. Like when I'm working, it makes me enjoy my work. I don't feel like I'm at work. I don't know if that, you know, if y'all know what I mean. That's why I only usually just smoke like sativa or hybrid. And if I want to lay down and, you know, relax and watch TV or something, then I smoke on indica.
I think it's an exit ramp. We think it's an exit drug from the opioid epidemic, and that there's a lot of positivity created by marijuana as opposed to an entry ramp.
Oh, damn, my fault, y'all. Damn. Marijuana used to be the opening drug. Now they saying they want you to go back to smoking weed to get off of the opioids. Pretty much what he just said. Pretty much what he just saying. Now, drinking is the worst. I got a video for that too.
Let's look at the veterans. You're exactly right. States have a program that legalizes, but the veterans who are on a federal program do not have access because of the federal system that says it's illegal. There's 18 to 20 veterans that unfortunately commit suicide every day. By opening up medical access and medical research, we hope we can make a material dent on that number.
Well, there are cancer sufferers, glaucoma sufferers, our veterans who.
I know my auntie, she be going through it, man, and it just, like, she can't smoke, but shit, the gummies and the concentrate and all that stuff, that shit really do help some people, man. Like, that shit really do help some folks. I'm definitely gonna need it. I mean, if you're in pain and all that stuff like that. And some people are just straight up crazy. You need to relax these folks' mind. You should be wanting to relax some of these folks. The hell?
Who have been wounded, who find that traditional medicine is not working for them, but that marijuana gives them incredible relief. We get all of that. I also want to look at this from a financial standpoint. You've got Section 280E of the U.S. Internal Revenue Code, which prohibits businesses from deducting most ordinary expenses if the business involves federally controlled substances, which would include Schedule 1 and 2. So would the reclassification then mean that you guys can now conduct way more business and not have that regulatory overhang on your head?
Exactly. We would pay taxes on operating income like most and all normal businesses as opposed to gross margin. On a green thumb basis, that would equal approximately $60 million more of free cash flow to the bottom line.
I told you, it's all about that bottom dollar, boy. They went to Trump and said, hey, you see all this extra money? We could be giving you this money.
Shut up and take my money.
That's what he said. We could be giving you this money. We giving these folks all this money. Shout out to Steady Grinding for that. $4.99. Salute to my dog. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate y'all, man, keeping the lights on, the ears to the streets. It's all about y'all. And if y'all don't show up to watch the content, I won't do the content. Y'all just let me know when y'all want me to go back to the shit. We'll go back. But just for peace of mind, we got to do some of this.
Each year, or money that we can use to invest in new states, hire more people, build more facilities across the country.
We speak with a lot of cannabis CEOs, Irwin Simon of Tilray. We've spoken to Jim Hagedorn of...
Listen to him, y'all. You got to listen. Yeah, we spoke to a whole bunch of CEOs and this and that, this and that, this and that. Man, you ain't never heard these folks talk good about no weed like this. That money done got right. They done broke bread.
Scott's Miracle Grow, they, of course, provide a lot of the equipment for growing marijuana. Mike Tyson has been on. He's got a big company, and marijuana has really certainly helped a lot of his friends and a lot of people who suffer from great pain. What would you say to President Trump if he could hear you right now? Because he...
All right, enough of this shit. You ought to know what you're going to say to Trump. We got the bag. We got the bag. We ready. They passed the truck. We ready. But you know, it's always at the end of the day, it's about the money. Let's see.
Well, President Trump signed an executive order today reclassifying the federal status of marijuana, categorizing it as a drug with less potential for harm and dependence.
It's a major shift in policy that...
And Trump, that might have been the smartest thing you did. And I told y'all before Trump got elected, I say the only thing I'll probably get behind him for if he legalized marijuana. Now, I think he could have did a better job of, you know, just legalizing it across the board. But, I mean, this is a start because now that it gets scheduled at this level, it can be, you know, it definitely got to change the laws. Got to ease some restrictions. it ain't too far where it should be, should be legal. At least be able to grow your own shit.
Could have wide-ranging effects on cannabis use and research. William Brangham joins us now with more.
That's right. For many years, marijuana was a Schedule I drug in a category with heroin and LSD, meaning the government considered it dangerous to use with no medical benefits. Today,
yeah, they was finessing us. That's some bullshit. Y'all had this shit at the level of LSD and what the hell? Look at this, y'all. LSD and heroin. Schedule 2 is fentanyl and cocaine. Schedule 3, Tylenol with codeine and testosterone. So now weed is pretty much the same thing as a motherfucking steroid. Or as a motherfucking, same thing as the shit, them testosterone pills for motherfucker trying to grow some titties and shit. Or Tylenol with codeine. I ain't never had no Tylenol with codeine. What the fuck? Schedule 4 is Xanax and Valium. Schedule 5 is Robitussin. Man, I still think y'all got that shit. So they put it from 1 to 3. Y'all need to still drop that bitch down to 5 then. Yeah, Robitussin made the list. They should have put the weed with the Robitussin. Shit, that bitch like concert. You should be able to buy that bitch over the counter. Yeah, I should be able to go to the motherfucker, I should be able to go to the Walgreens and say, shit, let me get an eighth.
today's move will slide marijuana down into Schedule 3 with drugs like Tylenol with codeine and testosterone. While this doesn't legalize marijuana, this shift would allow for greater research about the drug, which is something President Trump touted during his announcement today.
This reclassification.
Yeah, I'm over here researching right now, y'all. What's good, Slim?
Order will make it far easier to conduct marijuana-related medical research, allowing us to study benefits, potential dangers, and future treatments. It's going to have a tremendously positive impact, I believe.
Yeah, I'm checking for y'all right now if this shit gonna impact or benefit y'all in the future. Real quick, just making sure. I've been checking for years. I've been studying this shit for like, well, I'm about to be 42. I've been studying this shit for about 30 years, and I think it's gonna be all right for y'all. I think it's okay. 30 years. Y'all gonna be good.
So for more on this policy shift, we are joined again by Bo Kilmer. He's with the RAND Drug Policy Research Center. Bo, thank you so much for being here again. Let's walk through some of the impacts of this shift. The first one being research. We just heard the president say this is going to open up the floodgates for new scientific research. Is that true? What kind of research will they be doing? What kind of questions might scientists be asking?
Yeah. Man, the only research they're going to get is how much fucking money Trump made. That's it. Those motherfucking, those growers, they really rich right now. You ain't got no choice, man. You might as well get down and lay down.
Well, so you can do research on Schedule I drugs, but there's a lot of paperwork and a lot of hoops you need to jump through. So traditionally, when you would move from a Schedule I to a Schedule III drug, it would mean less bureaucracy to deal with, and it should increase access to research. However, the Congressional Research Service put out a report last year saying that because of a law that they didn't think that rescheduling cannabis was actually going to have that much of an effect on research because of this bill that had already been signed into law.
Man, them folks don't give a fuck about no motherfucking research like they say they want them tax breaks. That's it. They want that fucking tax break. Okay, well, this is only 7 minutes. I was about to say I ain't about to listen to all this shit, but it's only 7 minutes. We can bear that. Let's speed it up a little bit.
Now, look, on the margins, this could increase access for research, and maybe it will reduce the stigma for some researchers. But the bigger question I have is who's going to pay for the research? Typically, the National Institutes of Health would support a lot of this research, as trying to figure out the.
Well, now that you done knocked it down to level 3, shit, it probably can get some federal grants and all that. I see where they're going with this.
Benefits.
Once you change the rescheduling of it, because it was said to be just an addictive drug, had no health benefits. But once you see that it has health benefits, then, yeah, you can put programs behind it.
And the risks associated with cannabis. And so the question is will NIH continue to fund this research? Will they prioritize it? Will they put more money into it? That, to me, is the bigger question.
And what do you think any other major shifts this categorization change might trigger?
Oh, it's going to make some cannabis companies a lot richer.
Of course. Of course. At the bottom line, the right palms. We know one thing about Trump, boy, you can grease them palms, boy. Right amount of money. And I ain't mad at him for that one now. Ain't nobody in their right mind wouldn't say, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to legalize it, but shit, we can reschedule it. And it's about to make a lot of people a lot of money.
As part of.
But at the same time, it probably can give, it probably will give a little power if they legalize it to the point where most states where you can grow your own plants, it'll probably open the door for a lot of small growers also. Shit, I want to move to, I'm thinking about moving to a legalized state so I can start growing plants my damn self. One of these states where you can grow 12 plants. When I was just in Ohio, there's a couple of, guys that I was working with, they was growing their own plants. I was like, shit, right in the backyard.
The federal tax code, there's a section called 280E. And essentially what this part of the code requires is that if you are trafficking in a Schedule
What's good, bag of chips?
1 or a Schedule 2 drug, you can't claim normal business exemptions on your federal taxes. And
yeah, that is fucked up. So that's a thing that we're not seeing as the people who are seeing the reclassification, but the people who are in business doing this, they see now, okay, now that they reclassified it, now I can start doing business the same way everybody else does. I can write off my weed grinders. I can write off, all the things that a normal business writes off. All of these weed operating business they pretty much operating like under the table type shit.
So that means there's quite a burden for these cannabis companies. But by moving cannabis from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, that 280E part of the tax code no longer applies. So the cannabis companies are going to be very happy with this shift.
President Trump today said he didn't want this to be seen as condoning the use of marijuana, which he kept saying is bad, kids don't do it. Do we know if that is true? I mean, we've had all these states legalizing recreational marijuana. Do we know, is it a net benefit to society? Are there downstream health impacts?
Yes. We're still learning a lot about the products that are being sold in stores. That is, most of the health research that goes on with respect to cannabis isn't necessarily focused on the products that you would get in the dispensaries. So there's a lot of research that still needs to be done in terms of the potential benefits as well as the risks.
Do you have a sense as to why this has taken so long? I mean, drug policy advocates have also argued for this for a long time. Many other administrations said they would get to this, never did. Are you surprised it happened during the Trump administration?
Well, look, people have been debating rescheduling in dorm rooms and dinner parties for decades. But it was actually during the Biden administration that they began to make this move toward rescheduling. And, there are two ways to reschedule drugs. You can.
And he should have did it because it would have, added to his legacy. Now, I will give Trump the credit for this, but at the same time, I know it's a money move. But it does help small businesses.
Either pass legislation or it could go through the executive agencies and requires input from the Department of Health and Human Services as well as the DEA. And so this process was started during the Biden administration. Health and Human Services put out this report, and then the DEA put into the Federal Register that they were going to be considering this. And then based on that, there was, I think, over 40,000 public comments. And then there were supposed to be some hearings. And then in theory, after those hearings, then the DEA would make a decision and then put that into the Federal Register. Well, over the past couple of years, things got really hung up with those hearings. So it's not entirely clear to me what's going to happen. Are we going?
And this shows you a lot of times, it's not these motherfuckers that are making these laws, right? As we always go through and look at the laws that are put in front, the laws that are put on the floor. They just signing these bills. I don't think Trump is knowing what the fuck he's signing all the time. You can tell by what he said. Oh, that's a good one. He'll sign that motherfucker and hold it up. So it's not him that's passing these laws, but they're making sure the right people get paid.
To skip those and just go right to the DEA putting something into the.
In the same with Biden, that old motherfucker ain't know what the fuck was going on, man. They was making all type of shit going on, man. This shit is crazy, man. We're in a vacuum right now, man. We don't know who's running this damn country.
The Federal Register about it being reclassified to Schedule 3, or will there be hearings where policymakers as well as the public will hear more about the health implications of cannabis?
Is it your sense that this change might prompt more states to legalize recreational or medicinal use?
I hope so. Damn, that's the least they can do. All the fucking drama and shit they take us through, the least y'all can fucking do is give us marijuana the same way you give us alcohol. I think, like, because when you go to a legal state, it's not like motherfuckers are, it kind of helps the economy. For real, for real. The people that don't smoke, they're not going to smoke. You're not going everywhere and people are just smoking weed everywhere. But, yeah, maybe if you go out on a Saturday night and you in a party zone, so what? If you could be around drunk people, you could be around people smoking weed. But it's not like people walking in restaurants, you know what I'm saying, firing up. What's good, Brew Life? So the legal states are the same as the, you know what I'm saying, the non-legal states. There's still regularization on it. Regulation, I said regularization. Regulation on it. And I definitely enjoy being in those states. But it's not like it's overwhelmed. You know, you're overwhelmed with, you know, potheads everywhere and all that stuff like that. Nah.
I don't know. I mean, we already have about 40 states that allow cannabis to be used for certain medical purposes. And, you know, about half the states have passed legalization for adult use. You know, moving from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, the big change there is to be a Schedule 3 drug, it means that the federal government actually recognizes that there's medical value. Now, whether or not that, you know, that shift from 1 to 3 is
I ain't gonna lie, that's a big step. That's a big step. Recognizing that it has medical value. Because that's another step to just making it, you know, legal all the way across the board. If they make it a certain way.
enough to kind of move public sentiment, enough to where you're going to get more of these bills passed or initiatives passed in different states? I'm not entirely sure. But this, I mean, the thing to keep in mind is that this isn't going to legalize what's happening at the state level. I mean, everything you see with respect to medical legalization as well as adult use legalization, this is still all illegal under federal law. And just moving from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3 doesn't necessarily, you know, make these things and make any of this activity legal, you know, in the eyes of the federal government.
All right, that is Bo Kilmer at the RAND Drug Policy Research Center. Bo, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, William.
All right, so we got a little understanding about the regularization. The regulation. I don't know why I want to say regularization. I keep wanting to say that. So what they got right here? Hold up. The U.S. cannabis market is valued at $32 billion. Jeez, please. Let me hold something. Let me hold something. All right. So, what is the benefits of weed, right? We all know what it feels like. At least I hope some of y'all do. I mean, I have been reading a lot of. I feel sorry for the people who don't. What the hell is that? Feel sorry for the people who don't. But weed versus alcohol. I would rather be on weed any time of the day before I sit there and got down and try to drink, because boy, when I drink, I'm passing the fuck out. When I smoke, I can get some shit done. So I think we got an understanding of probably what that bill is, but just in case we don't. I had another video.
In this one, we're going to go over the entire executive order research on safety and efficacy to inform doctors and patients. Research that's not getting done because of the federal policy. He's not done. 6 million registered patients and the 43,000 public comments currently awaiting an administrative hearing. Utilizing real-world evidence to improve access to hemp-derived cannabinoid products in accordance with federal law and to inform standards of care.
Okay, we ain't going through that one. My bad, y'all. We ain't going through that one. But I do got a couple of other stories I want to talk about, and I'm going to come back to the weed thing because I found a very interesting spiritual video about weed. And we can all disagree or agree on it, but I do want to do a reaction to it. But before I get to it, because that is kind of long, I want to make a pit stop by a couple of stories that I ran across, right? So this one story I ran across
using ChatGPT like Google.
13 people are charged, 11 are in custody after.
This one story I ran across. Let's say that. Sorry about that, y'all. I just realized something. That ain't it. Oh, your boy Trump, man.
We begin this morning with President Trump.
Your boy Trump, I don't like this on NBC, but your boy Trump posted more than 150 times on Christmas. I think somebody need to give Trump some of this weed that they talking about. I think Trump really need, if anybody needs some motherfucking THC, if anybody need to try this weed, it's damn Trump. What the hell wrong with this dude, man?
Ones who worked with Epstein, not the Republicans.
So he said now 1 million more pages on Epstein were found. DOJ has been forced to spend all of this time on a Democratic-inspired hoax. When do they say no more and work on election fraud, etc.? The Dems are the ones who work with Epstein, not the Republicans. Release all of their names, embarrass them, and get back to helping our country. The radical left doesn't want people talking about Trump and Republican success. Only a long ago dead Jeffrey Epstein. Just another witch hunt. Damn, boy. This boy wilding on Christmas.
Release all of their names, embarrass them.
Oh no, this is the day after Christmas.
Get back to helping our country. This from the man who is in picture after picture after picture and video with the man in question. The post follows an incoherent Christmas Day rant where he posted, quote, when things got too hot, falsely claimed they had nothing to do with him, didn't know him, said he was a disgusting person, and then blamed, of course, President Donald J. Trump. He also added a cryptic warning saying, quote, that's the way it is in the world of corrupt Democrat politics. Enjoy what may be your last Merry Christmas. It's the president, of course. And that was just one.
Hey, man, what the hell that's supposed to mean? Enjoy what might be your last Merry Christmas. What the fuck that's supposed to mean? Yeah, he's supposed to get rid of the IRS, but they need to stop taxing us then. Shit, y'all getting rid of the IRS? Shit. Ain't gonna get rid of taxes, but look at this shit. But who got this time to tax to do all this shit? who has not? It should the president of the United States should not have the time to post 150 times, bro.
Of the nearly 150 times Trump posted in an unhinged rage-baiting spree on Christmas Day, in which he once again peddled 2020 election conspiracy theories, wished a Merry Christmas to everyone, including the, quote, radical left scum, and shared false claims about Somali immigrants. Joining us now is Kayla Gardner, MS Now White House reporter.
All right, we ain't gonna listen to y'all motherfuckers. Y'all do the most. Y'all the reason you can't win. Y'all do all this extra shit. But I think our president, man, need a couple of blunts. I think our president actually need a couple of blunts.
Do not pay your next car insurance.
So I found this video, man. I thought it was pretty
Money.com.
And it's gonna take it's gonna take a little while to get through, but I'm gonna react to it a little bit. I want y'all to tell me if y'all think it's accurate or whatever. So we're gonna go in the ancient thought days of what they thought about marijuana. What they thought about marijuana way back, you know, because if it's here in 2025, this shit been around for a long time. Right? How long has it actually been around is the question. Is there any of the writings on the walls, you know, that's talking about, you know, smoking on that good? So I was curious. I don't know what the hell going on with my computer right now. I should have reset it before I start this live. And let me close a couple of things. Give me a second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. So we about to react to this. We're about to react to this an interesting video. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a history lesson. I don't know if it's, but I know it's very interesting. As soon as my, okay, here we go. I was about to say, damn. Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. Let's check this out, y'all. I'm going to react to it. Y'all tell me what y'all think. The way to use life is to do nothing through acting. The way to use life is to do everything through being. Hey, put that in your blunt and roll it up. Put that in your cigar and roll it up. Yeah. Yeah, I heard it.
Picture this. While you're using cannabis to binge Netflix or laugh with friends, ancient civilizations were using the exact same plant to commune with gods and unlock profound spiritual insights.
Y'all believe that, y'all? Out the gate now. That's the first sentence that this video starts out with. When you start a video, you better catch my attention immediately. Do y'all believe that first statement right there? Have you ever been somewhere and just, you know, been puffing, or you done ate you a gummy or something, and you just feel like a kind of an out-of-body experience?
We're essentially using a master key to open only the smallest, darkest closet. Archaeological evidence reveals a fascinating 5,000-year journey from Siberian shamans to Indian temples. The Scythians, known as cloud walkers, burned cannabis in enclosed tents for
Cloud walkers? I ain't never thought of that. Shit, let me take notes, man. I might want to steal that. I'm walking on cloud. I should have made that my motherfucking goddamn YouTube name, Cloud Walker.
shamanic, journeying across spiritual realms. Ancient Vedic texts didn't call it a party drug. They named it Vijaya, meaning victory, and dedicated it to Lord Shiva, the ultimate meditator who used it to transcend ordinary consciousness. What's remarkable is how consistent these practices were across cultures that never contacted each other. From the steppes of Central Asia to the temples of India, cannabis wasn't recreational. It was a sophisticated spiritual technology. Modern science is now discovering the neurological mechanisms behind these ancient practices.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me
System, only discovered in the 1990 seconds. The Asia to the temples of India, cannabis wasn't recreational. It was a sophisticated spiritual technology. Modern science is now discovering the neurological mechanisms behind these ancient practices. The endocannabinoid system, only discovered in the 1990 seconds, reveals why our ancestors considered this plant sacred. They understood something we've completely forgotten. Think about the last time you felt truly present.
And if that's anywhere near true, you probably realize why they don't want you using it, because they're trying to stop you from ever, connecting to anything besides what's, right here in front of you. Trying to get you not to open your unconscious mind and stick to your conscious. I mean, not to become conscious and stick to the unconsciousness.
Not thinking about your to-do list, not replaying yesterday's conversation, not worrying about tomorrow's meeting, just completely here, now, aware. If you're struggling to remember such a moment, you're not alone. Most of us spend our entire lives listening to an internal narrator that never stops talking. Scientists call this the default mode network.
Do y'all hear the forever talking narrator that won't stop talking? I ain't talking about me, y'all. I'm talking about the person in your head. Does that make any sense?
Aware. If you're struggling to remember such a moment, you're not alone. Most of us spend our entire lives listening to an internal narrator that never stops talking. Scientists call this the default mode network, and it's essentially your brain's screensaver, except, instead of peaceful images, it runs an endless loop of mental chatter. This network, discovered through advanced brain imaging, becomes active whenever you're not focused on a specific task. It's the voice that judges, compares, worries, and plans. It's your ego's broadcasting system, and for most people, it dominates their entire conscious experience.
And they know this, they study your brain, they know everything about you, even if you don't know shit about yourself. Even if you never fail to learn yourself, even if you never take the time to understand psychology or understand the body, the mind, why people do what they do, all that stuff, just because you decide never to take the time to figure it out, there's somebody studying your ass to make sure they know exactly how you're going to react to everything that's put out into the atmosphere. And the things that they don't want you to know so you won't be in control of your action. It's definitely a control thing at all times. Nothing to fear, just something to be aware of.
Here's what's fascinating. When researchers studied the brains of Tibetan monks who had accumulated over 10,000 hours of meditation practice, they found something remarkable. During deep meditative states, these monks showed dramatically increased gamma brainwave activity, the same frequency associated with heightened awareness and consciousness. But here's the kicker. Their default mode network activity dropped to nearly nothing. The internal chatter simply stopped. Now, you might be wondering what this has to do with cannabis. Everything, as it turns out. Your body possesses what scientists consider one of the most important biological discoveries of the past century, the endocannabinoid system. Think of it as your body's master control network for balance and harmony. This system was so crucial to human survival that it evolved over 600 million years ago.
I'll drop it in the link.
Making it older than our nervous system itself. The endocannabinoid system works through an elegant lock and key mechanism. Throughout your brain and body, you have millions of specialized receptors, the locks. Your body naturally produces compounds called endocannabinoids, the keys. When these keys fit into their corresponding locks, they trigger specific responses that help maintain what scientists call homeostasis, your body's natural state of balance. The two main types of receptors tell a fascinating story. CB1 receptors cluster heavily in your brain, particularly in areas responsible for memory, emotion, pain perception.
Everything should always be double checked, triple checked, you hear the words, hey, you take it with a grain of salt. Do a little history on it. Like, we have technology at our fingertips. You have research at your fingertips. If you don't trust Google, go to one of your backup sources. Because you know some of these people, they'll tell you don't trust. They only use Google when it's beneficial for them. But when it don't say what they don't want to say, they're like, oh, you can't use Google. You got to use something else. So use whatever, alternate source you got. And, just check it out for your damn self. See what it does for the brain. I mean, people study this shit. Maybe it does slow you down if you over abuse it. It's not for everybody. I know that much. I've seen some people lose their goddamn mind on it. They're just not wired like that to be on weed. I've seen it put some people down where they can't do shit. They really get unproductive. So it doesn't affect everybody the same. Some people can't move without it. Some people can move without it, but they just feel like it's a stress reliever. But if you never had it, I don't think that you would miss it. But once you've tried it, it does open you up to a state that you've probably never experienced, to be honest. But that could be the same with, I guess, anything. I mean, and it shouldn't be like that. There should be things in life that you can experience, which I'm pretty sure they are. But if you've never experienced marijuana, you wouldn't know, It's the not knowing, I guess.
And yes, that default mode network we talked about. CB2 receptors concentrate in your immune system and peripheral tissues, managing inflammation and immune responses. When you consume cannabis, you're introducing external cannabinoids that interact with this ancient system. THC, the compound that creates cannabis's psychoactive effects, has a molecular structure that allows it to bind directly with CB1 receptors in your brain. But here's where it gets interesting. THC doesn't just randomly activate these receptors. It specifically targets areas of the brain involved in self-referential thinking, that chattering roommate in your head. Imagine.
Hey, stop.
Ah, damn. Y'all got to pay attention, y'all. Do y'all want me to slow it down? Or is it going too fast? I speed it up, but I can slow it down if I want to.
Of your consciousness. Cannabis doesn't turn off the radio entirely, but it gradually turns down the volume. As that mental noise decreases, something profound happens that allows it to bind directly with CB1 receptors in your brain. But here's where it gets interesting. THC doesn't just randomly activate these receptors. It specifically targets areas of the brain involved in self-referential thinking, that chattering roommate in your head. Imagine your default mode network as a radio playing at full volume in the background of your consciousness. Cannabis doesn't turn off the radio entirely, but it gradually turns down the volume. As that mental noise decreases, something profound happens. You begin to hear the whispers of your soul that were always there, just drowned out by the constant commentary.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it's the spooky music, but that shit kind of true. That shit kind of true, man. That shit calm down all the fucking noise around. You ever been arguing with somebody, start smoking, and then all of a sudden y'all just done start talking about some other shit, then forgot about what you were arguing about?
This isn't mystical speculation, it's measurable neuroscience. Brain imaging studies show that cannabis use produces strikingly similar patterns to those meditation masters. Decreased activity in the default mode network and increased connectivity between brain regions that normally operate independently. Your brain literally starts communicating with itself in new ways. CBD, cannabis's non-psychoactive cousin, works through an entirely different mechanism. Rather than directly binding to cannabinoid receptors like a key fitting a lock, CBD acts more like a master locksmith, modifying how other compounds interact with the system. It increases your body's natural production of endocannabinoids while reducing their breakdown, essentially amplifying your inner wisdom's natural voice. But here's where the real magic happens: neuroplasticity. Your brain isn't the fixed, unchangeable organ scientists once believed it to be. It's more like a vast network of highways that can build new roads and strengthen existing ones based on experience.
So it's saying the CBD shit, it kind of targets certain parts of you. Because THC can just kind of randomly, just, sporadically just affect any parts of your, neural state. But CBD kind of targets and strengthens. Okay, I usually didn't know what the difference was with the CBD. Might need to start going towards more the CBD. If it just targets, I got to go to some weedology classes. All this studying for nothing.
Every thought, every insight, every moment of expanded awareness literally rewires your neural circuitry. Think of it like this. Imagine your normal thinking patterns as well. Worn paths through a forest. The default mode network keeps you walking the same familiar trails: worry path, judgment trail, anxiety avenue. But when cannabis quiets that internal GPS system, you're free to wander off the beaten path. You might discover a hidden clearing of creativity, stumble upon a stream of compassion, or find yourself on a mountain peak of profound understanding. Here's the crucial part. Those new neural pathways you create during cannabis, enhanced states, don't disappear when the effects wear off. Each insight, each moment of expanded awareness, each experience of...
Right, it definitely does. It definitely does. And I think the difference is when you meditate, you need complete silence. Like, I'm talking about nothing, nowhere really. Like, for you to really get your good meditation on, you really need to be like, you got to be like more than just alone. You got to be like in the house alone. You got to have like everything in the house turned on. You can't be having no motherfucking alarm, no smoke alarm that keep wanting to beep and shit. Like, you can't be in no busy area where a car pass by and shit, the ambulance passing by and shit every now and then, or it interrupts the whole fucking thing. You get what I'm saying? It's not effective as you want it to be. You can smoke weed and be in a whole fucking in a room full of people and noise and everything and still zone out. But like I say, you're only if you don't over, do it, I guess, because you can end up smoking so much that you don't get high no more. Or if you keep smoking the same shit, you know what I'm saying? What I do is I keep my weed in a rotation, you know what I'm saying? I got like 8 different weeds and shit. And I cycle through them bitches, I mix them up, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? So, and I just smoke at certain points of the day. And like, I don't smoke a lot of weed. I might smoke two blunts a day, but I smoke them and like I let them go out and then let my high go down and go back up. Kind of, I ain't saying that's the best way to do it. I'm just saying how I do it, how it's effective for me.
Deeper connection literally changes your brain's wiring. It's like discovering new rooms in a house you thought you knew completely.
You ever had you had the best high and all that, then it fuck up because you done lost something?
This explains why ancient cultures didn't use cannabis to escape reality. They used it to perceive reality more clearly. When the constant mental commentary quiets down, you can finally hear your authentic self speaking. You remember who you were before the world told you who you should be. The endocannabinoid.
So the ancient ancestors, they probably just waited till like they'll work all fucking day and then they'll wait in the middle of the fucking night, 12 o'clock at night, and they'll walk to the top of a mountain and smoke the goddamn blunt. Or not a blunt, but a pipe or however they used to smoke their shit. I ain't gonna lie, back in the days, boy, when you first started smoking weed and shit and you used to just go out somewhere and hang out somewhere, that used to be the best time, you know. But that built the best relationships. Can't even lie. Some of your best friends, I mean, I don't know about your people that didn't smoke, but some of the best friends that, you know, I've built bonds with, a lot of times you built them bonds over a couple of blunts or whatever, even if they don't even smoke no more.
System essentially serves as a bridge between your conscious mind and your deeper wisdom. It's why cannabis doesn't create spiritual experiences out of nothing. It removes the barriers that prevent you from accessing the profound intelligence that already exists within you. Modern neuroscience is finally catching up to what shamans and mystics have known for thousands of years.
Exactly. So when they say now, it does have healing principles. It does have health benefits. This is what they're starting to realize. It's not going to make you feel better, but it'll remove the barriers that, like the anxiety, you know, a lot of things that, you know, freeing your mind. That's already there. It can't change nothing, but it got that little ingredient in it, that fuck it. Yeah, that fuck it. It got that fuck it. I'm about to die. Man, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. This nigga talking shit about me. Fuck it. What other drug? Well, this ain't no drug. That's disrespectful. What other thing in the world has that fuck it in it? Nothing.
Consciousness isn't produced by the brain like a factory manufactures products. It's more like the brain is a radio receiver, and cannabis helps tune into frequencies that are normally drowned out by static. Understanding your brain's hidden operating system changes everything about how you approach cannabis use. Instead of randomly consuming and hoping for the best, you can work intelligently with your body's natural wisdom-accessing mechanisms. This is the scientific foundation that makes ancient spiritual practices with cannabis so remarkably effective. Your ancestors weren't just getting high, they were systematically accessing expanded states of consciousness, using tools that evolution specifically designed for that purpose. Now that you understand your endocannabinoid system as this incredible...
Now look at us, just getting high. Disappointing the ancestors. I ain't lying. Disappointing the ancestors. It's all good.
Biological network.
Oh, it's good, Carl Belton. Salute to the tradesman.
Network designed for balance and awareness. We need to talk about what cannabis actually does when it enters this system. And here's where most people get it completely wrong. Cannabis doesn't create anything. It doesn't manufacture mystical experiences or spiritual insights out of thin air. What it does is far more profound and, honestly, more challenging than most people want to admit. It acts as a perfect, honest mirror, reflecting back exactly what's already inside you with stunning...
Do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe that? I mean, shit, from so far, I believe Buddy is pretty accurate. That's why I'm sharing this video with y'all. Because I feel like the government for a long time, they suppress a lot of information, of course. We in the age of Aquarius, if y'all don't know. This is, this year will be, well, we'll get into that later. But we in the age of information. And even the government can't even hold it back no more. But, of course, you know they're going to manipulate it, and they're going to profit from it. But you can't deny that there's, you know, health benefits to the use of marijuana. Maybe not the abuse of it, but the use of it.
Sometimes uncomfortable clarity. Think of your normal consciousness like listening to music through a radio with static. You're getting the signal, but there's interference, the constant mental chatter, the protective mechanisms your ego has built up, the layers of conditioning that filter how you perceive reality. Cannabis essentially clears that static so you can hear your soul's music in high definition. But here's the thing nobody talks about. Whatever song is playing, you're going to hear it loud and clear. This creates what I call the two-directional bridge. When you use cannabis, you're stepping onto a bridge that can take you in either direction, depending entirely on your intention. You can walk toward discovery, healing, and genuine connection with yourself and the universe. Or you can walk toward hiding, escapism, and deeper disconnection. The plant doesn't judge which direction you choose. It simply amplifies whatever path you're already on. Let me break down the difference between spiritual use and recreational escape, because understanding this distinction will determine whether cannabis becomes a tool for growth or a crutch for avoidance. Spiritual use means approaching the plant with clear intention to heal something, to connect more deeply with yourself or others, to understand a problem you're facing, or to expand your consciousness in service of becoming a better human being. You're bringing questions, not just seeking answers that make you feel good. Recreational escape,
My bad, y'all.
on the other hand, is using cannabis to avoid boredom, numb emotional pain, escape stress, or simply kill time. There's nothing inherently wrong with wanting relief, but when cannabis becomes your primary coping mechanism for life's challenges, you're using one of the most powerful consciousness-expanding tools on the planet as spiritual junk food. Here's where the mirror metaphor becomes crucial. Cannabis magnifies whatever you bring to it.
Now that does make sense. Cause if you ain't bringing shit, it ain't gonna do shit for you. Yeah. If you ain't got shit going on, you can't just try to smoke your way into a new life. Hell nah, it's gonna make it worse. But if you doing good and you want to use it as a way to, relax, a way to, sit back and open your mind and really enjoy your consciousness of thinking freely and, after being around a whole bunch of, BS or whatever, I guess it does benefit.
If you're approaching with genuine curiosity, openness, and joy, it will reflect and amplify that light, showing you beautiful aspects of reality you might never have noticed. I've had sessions where I felt so connected to the web of life that I could practically see the energy flowing between all living things. But if you're carrying anxiety, fear, unresolved trauma, or deep-seated anger, the mirror reflects that shadow back with equal clarity. This isn't the plant being mean to you, it's showing you what needs attention. The problem is, most people aren't prepared for this level of honesty. They want the cosmic insights, without the uncomfortable self-reflection. This leads to one of the biggest traps I see in cannabis spirituality, what psychologists call spiritual bypassing. You know these people. They have these beautiful flowing thoughts about universal love and cosmic consciousness, while their actual human relationships are a mess. They can talk for hours about how we're all one while treating their family members like garbage.
Oh, we definitely know those people. Yes. We definitely know those people. And then it's like, and you wonder why when it comes to alcohol versus
If you
weed,
get stuck on the mellow,
why is it more acceptable for alcohol to be legal than marijuana? So on the way out, in closing, I'm gonna share another video to react to. This is a little funny little video or whatever, but it's a weed versus alcohol.
Common altered states of being us humans indulge in, which, believe it or not, drunk versus high. The two most common altered states of being us humans indulge in, which, believe it or not, your preferred choice between these two vices can actually show a lot about your overall personality. For most of us, if you plan on getting high and hanging out, it means eating Doritos, rewatching Pineapple Express, and or playing video games. On the other hand,
well, yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I like to read too.
getting drunk and hanging out usually means stumbling around the club with your friends, yapping with strangers, trying to close a deal with potential prospects, and finally vomiting in the bathroom just to go back to the dance floor and repeating the previous steps until A, you close a deal with progressively less desirable prospects, or you strike out completely, go home, and brace for the hell that's waiting for you in the morning. But there's a lot more you need to take into account when comparing alcohol to weed. So today, for the sake of science and education, let's look at every major category and come to an unbiased decision on which of these substances is subjectively better.
Now, that's kind of crazy. You got to pick between the two. So, in the chat, y'all tell me which one you think is worse. Weed or alcohol? See, I can see the benefits in weed. I can be creative. I can do some stuff on weed. I might take my time, you know, but I'll at least do it. If I'm drinking, yeah, I might not. I ain't getting this shit done. I ain't getting shit done. But I know some motherfuckers. Nah, yeah, ain't nobody getting shit done after you drunk too much.
Starting with the most important category, and that is the effect. You ever seen a dude faded beyond belief, hanging out and having a fun time with a dude that's drunk as fuck? The answer is probably no, because as I said earlier, the personalities of the two substances just don't mix very well. Being high is a combination of overanalyzing every thought you have and really going deep into your inner 10-year-old, which means laughing uncontrollably at a TikTok your homie sent you one moment, and then the next remembering that we're all really just chunks of matter roaming an endlessly expanding universe without no clear purpose except enjoying your time alive. Ooh, funny cat video. And being drunk is the exact opposite in the way that
Yeah, that's about all you'll do when you high. You'll realize, hey, I better just enjoy me being high right now because we ain't shit. And that's really what I guess that's what they really want you not to do. Just to think too much. Don't come to no conscious moment. Because you'll be harder to control.
instead of overanalyzing your decisions, you don't think about them at all.
You're telling me if I did a backflip off that table right now, I'd impress all the hoes? Yeah, probably. You know how to do a backflip though? Just watch. Hey everybody, check this shit out. Shit. Bro, I thought you said you know how to do a backflip. I never said I knew how to. I just thought I'd pull it off somehow.
Basically, being drunk makes you overconfident.
Yeah, that's some dumb shit. I don't do dumb shit like that. But I've seen motherfuckers lose their fucking mind. Especially when a fight.
Unaware of your surroundings, and numb social anxiety, and overall just makes you very spontaneous in your actions. But don't get me wrong, that's not always a bad thing per se, because being drunk is fun as fuck. To be honest, in most social situations, it's probably gonna be way more enjoyable than being high. Just the way I see it, alcohol numbs your senses and worries, while makes you more aware of them. So although in the long term, smoking grass is probably less harmful to your overall life, that's not what we're comparing here. So a bit of a controversial take maybe, but alcohol wins this category 1-0 booze. But now let's look at the thing that comes a couple hours after the effect, and that's the after effect / hangover. Not gonna dwell on this subject for too long, as I think we all know where this is going. If you get shit-faced drunk on Friday, you're gonna be fighting the urge to yourself on Saturday. Okay, that might be a bit of an over-exaggeration, but it's low-key true. Because you see, ethanol, aka alcohol, is literally poison, and when you drink too much of it, you're gonna feel like you've been poisoned. Like shit, who would've thought? And with weed, of course, there is no hangover whatsoever. Well, not really, because if you ever gotten absolutely annihilated to the point your body switches to autopilot before, then you know after waking up the next day, there is a high possibility you'll experience low energy, haziness, brain fog, and worst of all, the desire to get schmacked again in the morning so you can binge watch season 1 of SpongeBob and ignore all your goals and aspirations. But we all know a big part of the za hangover can actually come from the smoking part. Throat irritation, mucus, coughing, all these things are something you might know all too well. Thankfully these days, there are great alternatives that can help you avoid them entirely. For example, the 5-CBD 10mg high-potency Delta 9 gummies. And the great part about 5-CBD is they offer 3 separate types of gummies, each crafted to meet.
Damn, the motherfucker try to sell us some shit immediately. Hey, man, start smoking, take these gummies. Oh, man. That's wild. That's cool, though.
Hurts so bad. I know I haven't reached out in a while, God, but please, end this suffering, and I promise I'll never drink again. Hey bro, wanna go to Lucy's place today? Everybody's coming. It's supposed to be a crazy party. Yeah, let's go. So even though the grass isn't the miracle plant some people believe it to be, I'd still say it's the clear winner in this category. 1-1 all tied up. Now let's look at cost. In the previous comparison of weed versus nicotine, I went through all the levels of consumption to figure out which one is cheaper, but with this one, comparing just the cost of the booze versus the Zaza isn't gonna cut it. Because you see, on a night out where you get wasted, I'd say maybe like 20% of the actual money spent is gonna be on alcohol you yourself consumed, with the rest going to entry fees into clubs, buying shots for them hoes, expressing your love to the homies by buying them drinks, and
buy a shot for them hoes.
Other stupid shit people tend to do when drunk. Also, unless you're a straight up bum or functioning alcoholic, you're not gonna be drunk every day. Instead, if you love drinking and partying, you'll be drunk every weekend. Or the other possibility is, of course, you drink a couple beers every night at the end of your day, which the best way to tell if you fall into this category is go look in the mirror, and if you have a dad bod, then yeah, you're probably in it. With smoking though, your primary cost is gonna be in the itself, ranging anywhere from $40 a month if you only blaze on the weekends with your homies, all the way up to like $500 a month if you're getting high every day. Which this category is quite hard for me to pick a clear winner because it really just...
Oh yeah, you definitely gonna spend more money on weed than nah, I don't know. It depends on how you smoke. I know some people who spend way more money on alcohol than they spend on weed. You know, I try to get my shit in the boat, try to get my shit out the way, so I ain't gotta buy weed all the time. But the people who try to buy, you know, small amounts of weed, I mean, that try to buy like a beer, a 6-pack a day, or, you know, I've seen people buy like 2, 3 6-packs a day and shit. Nah, like people who really, really drink, yeah, they throw down. But anyway, man, I was just having a little fun, man, while I was enjoying my weed session. But I'm not going to hold y'all up all day with this. I just thought it was a little interesting to go over the little point of Trump's reclassification of the marijuana law and what that can actually mean. So it definitely benefits a lot of people, man. So, hey, I give Trump his props when he does something great or something good or at least something beneficial for somebody besides himself. So I'm pretty sure he benefited off it, but hey, I ain't mad at that as long as the people benefit off of it. Now they can do more research on it. It's not scheduled like it's some fucking heroin or LSD or something like that. So we'll rock with that. So we'll give Trump a little a E for effort on that. But anyway, man, y'all have a good one. I think I owe y'all some drama or some bullshit. So I get in some of these people's business, or I might go back and do a throwback video or whatever and see what's really going on. But since it's we are getting to the New Year, so I might just wait for a New Year's show. But I'll hang back and just keep doing some regular shows, and we might get into the we might do the drama for New Year's. Just some bullshit, you know. Of course, we gotta have fun, man. We can't always be all serious and shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have balance. You know, so we'll be back with the shit, and I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here while it's still early enough. So y'all have a good night. It's the streets. Might be back in y'all area. I might not, but I'm gone.